OMG's boys, girls, in between us, welcome back. We're back with part 4 of our playthrough of Metal Gear Rising, and once again, it's myself and the awesome Nayrman with us. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing
Hello,
fine.
we're back. We're going to be... That's excellent. We're back. We're going to be trying not to talk over each other quite as much in this video as we continue on from having just cut the hell up out of Mistral. Yes.
Well, we'll do our best, so hopefully nothing too terribly goes wrong. Are we still going after this one Russian guy?
Yeah, well, we are for like the next 5 seconds because it's going to end very abruptly after that. And again, this is what I don't get. It's like we're chasing this guy, and he's an arms dealer or whatever. I don't know. And here we go, just blow himself up. I don't even.
Vision mailed.
Raiden! Raiden! Raiden!
Son of a bitch! Raiden, what happened? Bastard blew
So
himself
ultimately,
up.
nothing
yeah,
of value was gained.
Exactly. I've played this game through like 3 or 4 times, and I just don't understand this guy's role in the game at all. Just other than a vehicle to get Raiden to run around and kill things.
Do we really need an excuse to do that, though?
Well, one would think not, but apparently Platinum felt otherwise.
Gotta have something to sort of tie everything up.
Yeah, so I did a quick little edit here. I actually skipped between chapters and did some upgrading of weapons and whatnot. So when we start the next chapter, Raiden actually has a new cyborg body. It's his one from Metal Gear Solid 3, just to switch things up a little bit, and upgrade his weapons in life as well. Which we'll see. We won't actually see in this cutscene because it's pre-rendered, but you'll see it once the mission starts.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, although, for when you eventually put this up, it might be a good idea to sort of list in the description what you did. Doesn't
Yeah,
people have an
true.
idea of what you were doing?
What's actually really interesting about this game, and I think it's actually a poor design decision, at least for me. I don't know if I mentioned this to you when I first played the game through, but like to actually upgrade Raiden's weapons in terms of the damage that they do, you have to go into the weapon menu where you normally just buy weapons, and you have to press X, and the only indication to press X to actually upgrade anything is actually hidden down in the bottom left-hand corner. I mean, it's not like completely buried or anything, it's just like a little thing that just says press X to do blank. And so I actually managed to go through this game on the first playthrough without upgrading his weapon once, which means that by the end of the game, it was, I swear to God, it was like playing at least 1 or 2 difficulty grades higher.
Yeah, I hate it when games do that.
Yeah, because I was just doing no damage whatsoever, and I think like the final boss fight probably took at least half an hour to 3/4 of an hour to get through for that reason. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that goes on way too long then.
Yeah. It was like getting through his health bar was like a diabetic chewing away on a Snickers. It was that bad.
Cyborg?
I'm trying to be inconspicuous with my robot dog and cyborg body.
That's the joke.
I know it's the joke, but it's still stupid. It's like, why bother?
I just love this. Adios, amigos. I'm so badass.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
It's like that Batman video where he's like, "I'm so freaking tough." Ryan's going, "I'm so freaking cool. I'm so freaking cool."
You wish.
It's right. I'm in the sewer system. All right.
So yeah, we got the new cyborg body going on for Raiden now, just to switch things up a little bit.
So no. Do we like?
Though sadly, the giant crotch was not included in this version.
You will provide backup.
Oh, well.
Sir, yes, sir. Commence.
I also question like what use the dog is in this game at all, because obviously he plays a part later on if you play through this in one cutscene in particular, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But every other part of this game where you have the dog, his answer is, "I will scout ahead, you will follow," and that's all he does.
So he's there to be a plot device.
It's not even that, because you don't get intel from him or anything during the game. He just goes, "I'm scouting ahead. I'll catch you later."
So, nice of you to warn me about this guy then, dog.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Where was the intel on this giant gorilla robot from my dog?
Ah, well. At least we don't have too much to worry about.
Also, these giant gorilla guys are actually pretty irritating to... Oh god, the camera just completely wigged out. They're actually pretty irritating to fight because they've got a lot of unblockable attacks, and you'll see unblockable attacks from a lot of characters when they glow yellow. If they glow red, you can easily parry that, but if they glow yellow, it's completely unblockable.
So just avoid them if you can.
Pretty much just avoid them, run away, jump around, that kind of thing. It varies on obviously which character and the attack that they're going to do, but those gorillas have they run up and they grab you, I think, like give you a big old bear hug sort of thing. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, they seem like the type to do something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was trying to do here. I think I was trying to get into the weapons menu, and I could not figure it out. Oh, that's right, because I wanted to try and equip the polearm that Mistral had, because I wanted to switch up the weapons a bit. There we go. Still haven't figured it out. Ah!
We'll get there by the end of this.
Yes, he can be taught. And thankfully we got a stealth kill in here, thankfully. Because, as I said, these guys are irritating, and I'm demonstrating my disdain for them by cutting that guy in the crotch several times.
Should have to blader it up. This one's behind along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Raiden makes his feelings known through his art. He's an artist on the battlefield.
Good to know.
Oh, I just realized, did Kev just like go, yeah, there's the Raiden I know, after I shoved that guy's shoved my sword up that guy's butt?
There is a boy in these sewers.
Again, questioning Ryan's sexuality.
I actually generally wonder if that was actually done on purpose. That was really weird.
It wouldn't surprise me. Either that or it's just very comedic timing.
Yeah, true. So this weapon, the Le Entangler, or whatever it is, I don't know. It's good for crowd control. It's really good for these little guys, just because they don't have much health and you can hit several of them at once, as I'm kind of doing here.
Yeah, it seems like more of the longer range weapon.
Yeah, there's a cool breakdancing move you'll see from time to time as well, where he just does the Bayonetta thing, just spins around on the ground.
Oh goody, more cutscenes.
More cutscenes, more doors. This is like the world's biggest open sewer.
And thankfully, this doesn't smell like poo gas.
Again, we don't know whether they have don't know if he has lungs. We're fine. He's got a reason for that. Maybe he's got this smell sensors turned off. Poop sensors deactivate.
So how is he human then if he can just turn off everything?
Oh my god, that's the philosophical question of this game. It's hitting me right in the feels.
And that kid is way too young to be referencing Ninja Turtles too.
That actually is completely true. I had not thought of that. He should be like, what the hell is a Ninja Turtle, you stupid old man? Sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I can understand if you knew who the Ninja Turtles... I can understand if you knew what the Ninja Turtles were, because they're still around, but I doubt he's seen Ninja Turtles too.
That's true. I don't know. I've not seen the Michael Bay version, and I really had no intention to.
You attach Michael Bay's name to anything, and I immediately become disinterested.
Really? I don't know. I actually, like, for a while I would defend the Transformers movies, even though I'm not really like a Gen 1er or anything like that, which is probably the reason, but I like up until like the third movie I could actually defend them. The fourth one I just gave up entirely, but yeah.
Wait, you even tried to defend 2?
I did, because like there's a legitimate reason that the 2 is so bad, because that was done. The story goes is that they were trying to get the script finished before the big writer strike that happened around 2008 sort of territory, and so they basically just knocked that shit out in a couple of weeks.
Well, I'll still say it's a bad movie, but if that's some kind of reason to, then sure.
that redeems it just a little bit in your book?
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Just a fraction. It's gone from like 0 to 0.1.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, it's still a bad movie. I don't know. I like things that are shiny and blow up. I'm that kind of person. I'm the person that is proof that there is everything wrong in this world. I'm the reason that you can't have nice things.
No, I like my occasional mindless blow-up stuff as well, but I like for there to be an actual reason for it, not just, hey, it's Michael Bay, let's blow everything up.
Well, isn't that like the whole point of this game? This whole game is nothing but really like mindless blow stuff up, sort of like gratification.
Yeah, and something like this, as you're playing it, it's a bit more understandable and fun, but movie where I'm just sitting there, it's kind of eh.
Yeah, fair enough. I find this like kind of funny here as well, that like his voice is so mangled that they have to have 2 different kinds of subtitles for him.
Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Raiden.
My name George, like Georgetown.
George of the Jungle.
And just like all damn America president.
I'm gonna say that to you every time now. Just like anytime we're actually in Ventrilo together, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, just like old damn America president.
Ninja man.
No, I'm looking for bad guys.
Ah, damn scunter is search lab.
You know about it?
Me know me now go back.
Yeah, I just
Damn scunt.
wonder how many people this kid potentially pissed off.
I guess you're all right.
Well, let's like when we talked about Sam last time. I mean, how many accents in this game just in general piss people off?
Sort of. What happened?
True, but this is a particularly egregious one.
Live on the street. They can skip for a ball.
Yeah, I know. What didn't even know what kind of like Georgetown. I don't know. My geography is terrible. Where the hell is that?
What the worst gonna happen now?
I think it's somewhere near DC.
Be on a rasp boat. They pack us all a big old dirty.
Okay, well that's not where he's from. So I don't know what kind of accent is this even supposed to be.
Like you?
He said he was from Guyana, but I'm not sure what he's trying to sound like.
Snuff us out.
Okay, so obviously not 100% accurate on what a Guyana accent should be.
So you ran.
I doubt it's accurate to any particular accent.
Not a bad ass robot.
Yeah, although that's long history, obviously, that sort of thing. In Japan in general, I mean, obviously when Resident Evil 5 came out, there was that whole furor about like, Japanese people are being racist. They're like killing all the blacks and all that sort of thing. And I don't know, it's like there was like this theory that, and I don't know how true this is because I'm not a person who studies culture, which I don't know, anthropologist. I don't know. Point is though is that like there was this theory that I heard that because like Japanese culture is so culturally homogenous that it like draws from so many other cultures just by itself as well as its own history, that they're really quite blind to what is actually like considered racist and what isn't.
George, I need every detail about how
They're getting better about that, but yeah, that is a bit of a problem. They're also just kind of don't understand other outside their own country cultures in a lot of ways, so they kind of have to resort to stereotypes in a lot of ways to get points across. I mean, just look at G Gundam.
I haven't actually seen that. You have to explain it to me.
You know how Street Fighter, like, everyone's basically a walking stereotype in a lot of ways?
They're not gonna make it easy to get into that.
Like, yes, just Zangief is like just
Imagine
a whole
Nappa with giant
from the
mechs.
1960s and 70s. Yeah, really.
Yeah, just imagine Nappa with mechs, yes.
Oh, it's from medical supplies.
So there's like a mech with like a
There's a
giant like
Mexican-
Mexican like sort of like sombrero and shit.
Yes.
That is, I have to see this now. That sounds like the best thing ever invented.
Yeah, there's a windmill Gundam, there's a fish Gundam.
That's awesome. So what's like the windmills at like Sweden or something?
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's Norway. I don't know. Oh god. Okay. That's yeah.
It's
that's
one of those
wow.
Scandinavian
That's-
countries.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it's just wave your arm in the general direction of Europe, and people will get the idea.
That's pretty much their thought process. Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know. I've never like there's that breakdancing move I was telling you about. Just spin around the ground for a while.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I never got really. I'm not big on like the whole sort of giant mech anime sort of thing. Like Evangelion is kind of as far as I go in that particular genre.
I watched a few, but I'm not the biggest of it. It just kind of depends on what the show itself is versus me being a fan of the genre.
Yeah, fair enough. There's that big old bear hug I was telling you about. Just freaking annoying. There was actually an option to go through the section of the game via stealth. I completely ignored it. It was back in that room where Kev was talking to me a couple of minutes ago. You can actually pick up a cardboard box and like do it all Solid Snake style, but you know, fuck that.
I'm right, not Solid Snake.
Exactly. We've already covered this. I have no obligation for your stealth.
It would have been funnier if he passed the cardboard box, took a look at it, and then just shook his head like no. And went the action route.
It's a bitch, please.
But as we all know, cardboard boxes are the ultimate in stealth technology.
No, they upgraded to all drums in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, but we're going back to cardboard boxes in 5.
Really? Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought there was more than that in 5.
No, we have cardboard boxes in 5. The cool thing is you can dive out of them and set them as traps.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. What can you do with them? They just like, just knock the person down or something, or what?
Well, like you can purposely get yourself seen so a guy will come up and then dive out of the box. So they'll come up and then like sneak around, so they'll go and look at the box and then just sneak. Yeah, it's a trap.
That's pretty cool, at least. I don't know. As we talked about this last time, I'm still not really sold on 5, just because I am that David Hayter fanboy type, and it just feels really weird hearing anyone else's voice come out of Snake's mouth but that guy.
Yeah, but I still say the game still looks really good, so you should still probably give it a look.
Oh, I still will, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm waiting till Phantom Pain comes out before I get to Ground Zeroes, which you said wasn't really worth it, but that's my plan at least.
Well, as time goes on, it'll probably get cheaper, so then maybe it'll be worth it.
Pretty well hidden.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the stuff that they're doing looks pretty cool, but I don't know, I had this vision of seeing, like, Hideo Kojima just, like, chained to his desk, and something like Konami overlords behind me, like, going, "No, Kojima, more Metal Gear! You can't work on Zone of the Enders! We haven't run this series into the ground yet!"
You can't work on Silent Hills.
Exactly, it's like... Because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that he's been trying to end this fucking series ever since Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, that was supposed to be the end of it. It was supposed to, like, pick up with Raiden, Snake was done as a hero, and that was it.
Pretty much. There have been basically polls in Japan, like, after every Metal Gear Solid, after 3, that ask, does Kojima need to still make Metal Gear games? And every one time they say, like, no, he doesn't. He can do other things.
Yes. So who is it that's actually keeping him chained to that desk? That's what I want to know.
And I heard it's that every new console generation he gets a new idea with all the new fancy tech, and he can't help himself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets a lot of ideas. I heard one time he had an idea that he didn't actually act on it, but his idea was that every time you died in the game, like the game would become unplayable and you had to buy a new copy.
Yeah, thankfully that never happened.
No, we got DLC for that now. That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need to buy new copies of games. We just need endless DLC to keep our mods empty. It's fine.
Horse armor for everyone.
Exactly. Free horse armor for all. Those wigs that I was talking about before, those will be DLC in the next version, trust me. Fuck on knuckleballs.
Like how all the story elements in Destiny are going to be DLC.
Don't get me started on Destiny. I bought that when it came out.
Well, so did I, so.
I don't know. I mean, like, we can sit here and be all high and mighty about DLC and whatnot. I mean, like, there are advantages to it, obviously, so I don't want to be too pious about it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's all been said by other people, I guess.
Mario Kart 8 is getting good DLC.
What is getting DLC? Good DLC?
Mario Kart 8. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
you got that Mercedes-Benz DLC.
No, but we're also getting a bunch of characters. We're getting about half the game's content of tracks. Link's going to be a playable character.
Oh, yeah. I'm Lunk from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I have a Mii fighter of that in my Smash Brothers, Lunk.
Awesome. I love Lunk. I don't know, like, there's been some amazing DLC, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I'm a huge fan of Mass Effect, and some of the DLC, I mean, the first game was pretty freaking ordinary, but, like, 2 and 3 had some amazing, there's my goddamn phone again, DLC, I don't know where it is. They had some amazing DLC.
Yeah, I have a friend who's really into Mass Effect, and he said the DLCs really helps the game, you know, be worth it.
Yeah, well, the final DLC that they brought out for Mass Effect 3, which is, and for people who are aware of it, Mass Effect 3 had that furor about how the ending was kind of half-assed and how it was not really doing service to the fans of the series and whatnot. The DLC that they actually brought out for it afterwards, the final package, was just like this huge love letter to the fans of the series and how the game really should have really ended, you know, if you ask me. And it was easily the best piece of DLC I've ever played. It was just fucking. If you haven't played Mass Effect, go play it. If you have Mass Effect 3, why haven't you gotten this DLC yet?
And that's how DLC should be. It should be stuff to add to the game, not just milking money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, God, I'm old enough to remember, yeah, when it was called expansion packs, not DLC. So that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, that too. And it was funny. I saw a ventilation grate, and since I've been playing the Batman game so much, I was like, just go into the grate. Don't get the robot, just slide in.
That's it. I'm so fucking tough. I'm so fucking tough. So this is a little weird part of the game where this is the only part of the game where you can actually control this little robot, and it lasts for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I hate it when games do that. You have like a completely different gameplay style or way of doing things, and then it's only used like once.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, you can come here and clap to this guy. Hey! But I got spotted for it, so I don't fucking know. I mean, I understand that it's there to like break up the gameplay and give you something different to do, but it's not really what you'd call fun at the same time. It's just there. It exists.
Yeah, it looks kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to an event. Trying to find the right button. Come on. There we go.
Hooray. You press the right button. USB.
Yes. And,
Everyone always does that.
Made it. Yeah, it's always the first try.
Raiden, I found something.
Doctor! Skipping cutscenes because they don't matter in this game.
Just excuses to kill things.
That's it. Although actually, well, skipping codex, we're keeping cutscenes in because those are actually pretty awesome most of the time. And here's our favorite caricature. Again, I mean, like, this cutscene doesn't really matter too much. I mean, it's there to sort of introduce the Doctor that you see a little bit later on, and you get to see the final boss of the game in a second. But you could have left this on the cutting room floor, and it wouldn't really have made a freaking difference.
Yeah, that's unfortunately how a lot of cutscenes seem to be in games.
You think so? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that like there's a lot of people these days who are just like, oh, you know, fuck cutscenes. You know, let's have something that's part of the game. Let's have something that's dynamic that plays out as you're playing the game. But I don't really mind cutscenes that much.
I don't mind cutscenes. I just don't like frivolous cutscenes that are there to show off your fancy animation department.
Yeah. It's like, oh god. And again, talking about how freaking old I am, I mean, like, it used to be the case that cutscenes were like your reward. Like, you'd play like a Final Fantasy game, like Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 8, and if you got to a certain point, you go from having the really shitty sort of like Minecraft-esque sort of graphics into like a really badass cutscene, and that was like your reward for doing well.
Yeah, no more Popeye Cloud. You have actual Cloud.
Yeah, exactly. So. Maybe it's a holdover from that, I don't know, but I don't mind cutscenes. I can sit through them, it doesn't bother me. Why is this guy just staring straight ahead into nothing?
You see that, Kev? Imani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations.
The kid.
Oh my god, Kev, nobody
at least now we get
cares!
No one wants to listen to what I have to say.
I'm sorry, Kev. I thought you were going to tell me something other than that there's a room full of guys that I can kill now.
Oh, well, it's just an excuse to kill more things that we really probably don't need to, but will anyway.
If we took out all the things in this game that we didn't need to kill but probably had to, it would be like 5 minutes long. It would be Metal Gear Solid 4 all over again.
Probably.
I made a mistake. I was like, oh, I should run to this. Oh, wait, I'm not a robot.
Well, you kind of are.
That's true, but I'm not a freaky little one with 3 hands.
True.
Break dancing. And again, they kind of use those doors to mask loads. Like you can kind of see it because like there's a door before a really short corridor that's filled with cutscenes. So they're just using this to load extra areas on the console version.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, of course, we're on PC Master Race. We don't have to worry about that.
You and your PC people.
And this is a mini boss of sorts. It's not actually like a proper boss. Because you do run, like, once you kill this guy, you just start running into them as, like, a casual enemy throughout the game, so it's not really that big.
I hate it when games do that. Make a big deal out of the first one, and then it just becomes like a regular mook.
Yeah, pretty much. That said, I still got shot full of missiles, so what do I know? I'm doing well!
Well, still probably doing better than I would at this game.
It gets a lot easier. You can like there's, and it's my stupid fault for not doing it. When you see his arms glow like that, you can actually parry him. So I finally did it there. Autobots, transform!
And roll out.
Just get shot full of so many missiles there.
Doesn't matter, you're Raiden.
I have a cyborg body. I don't give a shit. I'm so fucking tough. And we've got Rules of Nature playing as well, so I mean that automatically makes this fight at least 10 times more awesome.
True. Makes just about cool song will make any fight seem a million times more epic.
This is true. That's why we're talking about the whole Matrix soundtrack I had for Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
And finally, there's like
makes me
3
curious,
stages to
so-
this, so you gotta cut off his... Yeah.
Now I'm just curious, if he can go into the slow-mo and cut through things at any time, why doesn't he do that all the time?
Because you can only cut through things when they're glowing light blue. That said, after I do the fight with Monsoon, which happens a little bit later on, he gets his Ripper mode, which is basically his Devil Trigger. And whenever you activate that, any cut that he does, whether he's actually in slow-mo or not, becomes a like slicing up cut, sort of Zantetsu thing.
Nice.
Yeah, so I kind of question why they waited so long to actually introduce that in the game, because you don't get it till halfway through, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of the Devil May Cry games should give it to you like almost right off the bat.
Yeah, pretty much. Although Devil May Cry 3 waited till about a third of the way through the fight with Virgil before you got it.
Yeah.
I knew I'd seen that guy before. Still, not to headline. This it won't even.
Yeah. I love
No
Devil
one
May Cry.
cares,
The
Kevin.
game's freaking amazing.
I didn't well, fit.
Yeah, that game is awesome.
Kevin, stop, Kevin. Kevin, what are you doing? Kevin, stop.
Yeah, it almost makes me wish you had inserted the clip from Home Alone where the uncle's like, "You're a nosy little dwarf."
Oh, see, you say that now, but I'm not done editing, so I can do that.
Yeah, true.
Enemy sighted.
And now people are going to be disappointed if I
This is
don't.
why post commentary can be fun.
Exactly. We're brainstorming here. We're jiving. We're working as a team.
Yes, we are, and so much fun can be had with the name Kevin if you just think hard enough.
Kevin Smith. I mean, I don't know. Kevin. What other
Kevin
famous
Bacon.
Kevins are there? I don't know. Oh God, yes. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. We have to do that.
Yeah.
God, I saw that R.I.P.D. the other night, which had Kevin Bacon. I didn't even know that he was in that.
I didn't know he was in that either.
Yeah, he got top billing in that movie.
Shit.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't
Yeah, I
get
know.
top billing in
Yeah.
most movies that aren't in the 80s.
True. He hasn't got top billing in anything since that movie where he's invisible. I don't know. What was that called?
George.
I can't remember.
Hollow Man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Anesthetic in smaller doses.
Yeah. That was just pretty much the death knell. But yeah, we're talking about Metal Gear Solid 3. I freaking love that game. It's easily my favorite of the Metal Gear series.
Yeah, it's my favorite as well.
Sorry, Metal Gear. Jesus.
Some
Devil
of
May
its
Cry.
yeah, Devil May Cry. Well, Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite as well. So.
Surrender.
Oh, I see you've seen Star Trek 2 as well.
Many for the needs of the few.
That's right. My name is Khan.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo.
I would freaking love it if a kid actually did that on the glass. That'd be amazing.
I won't ask again.
Yeah, did the Vulcan salute?
Are you sure?
No, if you just like went all like Benedict Cumberbatch, just intimidating Captain Kirk.
Me life
Seems like a 5-year-old kid in this scene.
What if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate.
That's all I
Oh no, Jack the Ripper's coming out.
Stop it. Now. I'll kill him. I swear.
And again, I don't know. I mean, like that's like one of those things in this game is that like it makes a big deal about Raiden sort of getting in touch with his past and then his philosophies on battle, and that he's not really doing this to protect people. He's doing it because he likes killing, and it doesn't make a fucking difference in the end of the game.
No, not really.
Oh, I see
actually
you've seen the end of
kidnapped.
Underworld as well.
Well, I mean, the kid knew about Ninja Turtles, so.
That's true. Alright, and we're pretty much done for this episode as well, so thank you guys once again for sticking around, and we will be back very shortly.
See you guys then.
Thanks a lot.